Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up, some special guests here in the studio. But first, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and the hard-working crew. Taking care of our everyday comfort needs. It's going to be a little muggy today, high up there at about 82, which hasn't been as bad as it was the last couple of weeks, but lows only going to get down into 70, so we're not going to hit the 60s tonight. Water temperature at the end of the pier, ironically, went back up 2 degrees. It's up to 86. You know, it dropped down to 84 for a couple of days, but that's that current that goes through. So we're back at 86 now. So the next dip, now they're going to be really biting in the surf and on the pier. Let's take a look at our river reading brought to us by Panama City, Coca-Cola. Good folks down there at the Coca-Cola office. We're looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown, reading a 3.3 this morning. Steady, real steady, but this rain's going to bring it up a little bit. The Choctawhatchee Caryville this morning is reading a 1.6. So the Choctawhatchee River is very low. So be careful if you're getting on the river and go ahead and start making plans for your weekend. Remember this weekend, we're going to have a full moon. Take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good tide today, but then it's waning on off the neap tides. We're looking at high tide this morning at 9:27 and low this afternoon at 6:31. The wind direction will be coming east, northeast at about 9. That takes care of our outdoor weather. We're going to take a break, come right back with our special guest. Welcome back, folks, and welcome to our first of this year, our Students of the Month for the Mosley Outdoor Education Program. We're tickled to have them, Wesley Tillman on the end down here, and Ava Wilkes. So we're glad to have y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is our television debut.
That's right.
Okay, so I want you to, first of all, let's just tell the folks a little bit about yourself. So Ava, we'll get started with you.
I grew up and I have a sister with my mom and my dad, and I did everything with my dad growing up. My dad was my best friend. I learned everything I know from him. We fish, we hunt, we surf together. I started surfing, then I got into fishing, and then I started hunting when I was probably 12. So.
That's it in a nutshell right there, folks. Okay. Tell the folks about your grandparents and who's I know they know a lot of folks.
Yeah, my grandpa is Buddy Wilkes. He used to manage Shipwreck Island Water Park, and he managed the entire time I grew up. I grew up in that water park. My dad, my aunt, my whole family grew up in that water park. We have like most of our family memories there, and they were just great.
I bet you do have some great memories there. Yeah, so y'all could go back. Y'all got a free pass?
Yes.
What about your sister, older or younger?
She's older. She does all the things that I do.
Okay.
She enjoys it a little less, though. She would rather hang out with my mom, but...
We understand. And your mom?
My mom's great. My mom is my other best friend. Like, we do all the girly stuff together, but me and my dad keep our...
She works at the St. Joe Corporation, does a good job out there, and I get to see her a lot. She does a lot of good things, too.
Yes.
Okay, Wesley?
Yes, sir. So I've born here, grown up here my whole life. My grandparents on my mom's side and my mom are from here. My dad, he's from Mississippi. Mm-hmm. But on my mom's side, we're all local. My grandparents are Darylyn and Carl Andrews. And my mom was Nancy Andrews. She's Nancy Tillman now. My dad's Brad Tillman. And my grandfather was a lineman for Gulf Power for, 25 years?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A good while.
We probably know each other.
Right.
That's
a lot of people know him from that. Me personally, I've been hunting, fishing my whole life. These past couple of years, I've been deckhanding and learned a lot, had a lot of fun out there on the water with that. So it really is fun to live in a place like this where you have opportunities like that.
Yeah. It's ironically, it's so cool. I know a lot of the family and folks around them, their friends and all. So when I don't choose them. They come to me from Coach Stanford. So when they told me these two names, I said, I know those families. So this is cool.
Yes.
I feel even more special to have y'all on because I know your background. I know your mom and dad met in college at Southern Miss, and your mom plays softball.
That's right.
And your granddad was just a staple in the beach.
Fourth generation Bay County.
And you remember all the, that's something now.
Yeah.
You don't get that a lot. I knew when I was a young man. And Carl Andrews, his granddad, one that we go, Carl and Daryl, and we scallop with every year with 5 couples. We just shared that 2 weeks ago. So anyway, so back to y'all. So what I asked y'all to send some pictures, and y'all did some cool stuff.
Yes,
so we're gonna get started on the pictures. And you're funny because you're talking about your surfing. Being a beach girl, I could understand you wanting to surf and all.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's take a look at this first picture right here. So, okay, tell us about this one.
This is my sister and me and my dad. My dad, that was the first thing my dad ever taught me how to do, like pretty much before I could walk. So I was surfing as my first sport, and it was honestly so much fun. It was great, like father-daughter time for
That's
me.
cool.
Oh my gosh. My parents used to take us camping every weekend, and that was at St. Andrews State Park.
Good for them.
Every weekend before we had a boat, and they would make us fish off the rocks.
I
and
love
we had
it.
so much fun.
We're talking about good parenting right there, folks. What is this one?
So my dad actually grew up with all of his Gulf Power, or like had all of his Gulf Power friends, and a couple of them live on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, we would go to the hunting lease and then come home and we would ride horses. So when I was going to the hunting lease, we'd come home and we'd go horseback riding.
That's cool. All right.
All right, this one was my first deer. I went with my dad. I usually go with my dad because it's great time for the both of us, and we have a great time. That was my first one. I think it was like, I don't even know how many points it was.
Oh, it's probably 12 or 15. We just okay.
Me and my dad together, we do that literally every year, like where we just go like for the first opening day, and we'll just like have like a ball. It's so much fun.
I know most of y'all don't know, this is a great picture of a father and daughter, but I look at that, but then I look at it back here. See, this is exactly what I do. I do the exact thing right there. That's spray foam in my tree stand, so that's cool.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right, this was my most recent deer. It was last year. Me and my dad were just hunting randomly. And actually my sister wanted to shoot that one really bad. And we always compete. We're competitors. So I was pretty like, all right, Olivia, sorry about it.
So she gets to shoot the next big one. Then, right? Yeah.
I'm hoping he'll take me to Kansas this year.
Oh,
but
no way.
We'll see.
Yeah. I love the term you just used. We're hunting randomly. That's a good term right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're on Mosley Outdoor Education Students of the Month for September. We're glad to have them, and we're going to run out of time. We have so much good stuff to show, so let's get started back, Abel, with these 2 pictures here. We got. All right, tell us about it.
So this one is me and my dad, because every weekend, I'm sure you can relate, every weekend we go on the boat, like every weekend. That's all we do.
And I see the diving flag right there.
Yep.
Okay.
So this was one of my birthday weekends, I think my 14th birthday, and I told my dad that I just wanted to go fishing with him one day. So it was just me, him, and my mom. And we honestly, like, it was just inside, like, the bay and stuff, and it was actually really fun.
I see your mom over there on the side. You see her arm over there.
Yeah.
And when is your birthday?
My birthday's in March.
Okay,
so.
good time to go. And the final picture here?
This is us in the Keys. My dad, I never really, like, was a diver, but my dad took it up at a very young age, so he kind of wanted to teach me and my sister how to, like,
Good deal.
dive around.
All right, let's jump over to Brad. Listen.
Wesley.
Brad is his dad. Let's go down to Wesley. All right, here we go, Wesley.
Doppelganger.
All right, here we go, Wesley.
All right, this was last summer. I went up to Fitzhugh Carter Track and caught this bass.
Fitzhugh Carter Track. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That was last winter. That was the only deer I killed last winter. That was actually in Mississippi on some land that my dad's hunted his whole life, and he's been kind of showing me how.
No kidding.
Right.
How cool is that? Okay.
That was on the Captain Anderson 4 last summer. That was a blackfin we caught on there. I was real proud of that one.
Now you were a deckhand on this boat or no?
On a couple different boats.
Oh,
I'm a
you moved
deckhand
around
on this one. Yes,
that
sir.
was a good experience. Okay.
Well, that was a turkey that I'll admit my little brother shot it last turkey season, and I took the opportunity to get a photo with it.
Yeah, that's a photo op, baby. We understand.
Did John Carl tell you had to say that?
You
Yes,
understand
it was
that,
group
don't you?
effort.
Okay. Well, that's a nice one.
Yes, sir. That was actually my biggest wahoo I caught this summer off the Captain Anderson 4, actually.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Wow. That's cool.
That was my biggest snapper this summer. I think that one was 38 inches.
What boat did you catch that one on?
I think that was on the Captain Anderson 4 again.
Man,
yes,
we're going to fish that next
tearing
year.
it up.
Okay.
This is me and my girlfriend's sailor. We went on a 10-hour fishing trip on the Captain Anderson 4 again.
Okay.
And we tore them up. We caught a limit that day. It was awesome.
That's how you do a date. Let's go 10 hours fishing. That's how you do it. Now, this is a good story here.
Yes, sir. We were on a family vacation in Apalachicola at St. George Island. And it was me, my girlfriend Sailor, and my sister Ruby, and my little brother John Carl. And we weren't catching any redfish on the boat. So we decided, hey, we'll go catch a shark. So we cut up some stingray, threw it out. And as soon as it hit the water, we had a big old shark on.
Wow.
And
wow.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. Okay. You've been duck hunting some. That's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
wood ducks.
It is.
Okay.
That was actually my most recent personal trip this summer out there. We went, we were out there all day.
Now, who are you with?
That's Lucas Champagne that I'm with. He went to Arnold. He goes to Haney now.
Good fishing buddy.
Yes, sir. That was my biggest bass this summer. Caught it out of my pond. She was a nice one. So.
Oh, man.
That was awesome.
Pond fish. I like this picture. Look how cool that is.
Yes, sir. That was actually just last week. We went teal hunting.
Yeah.
And that was my first 2 teal right there. So I
Good
really enjoyed
job,
doing
Wesley.
that.
Good job.
Yeah, that was the night after. I went and killed 3 more, so it was really enjoyable.
I was going to ask now, you trying to eat one or what?
Yeah, I was getting a taste for them before I cooked it.
Okay. One more. That's a nice trout.
Yes, sir. That was with my family at the beginning of the summer. We went and caught that.
All right. Well, listen, that covered the picture, so y'all have proved now that y'all are true outdoor folks and all. If getting back to the going with friends and family, that's sort of special, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about now getting up to date at school? Y'all are seniors now.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all believe you're seniors? Does your mom say, I can't believe you're a senior?
Right.
You were that,
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So what are some some good memories y'all had in school and all over the years?
Oh gosh, in middle school I was a troublemaker. I went to North Bay Haven. I've got a bunch of stories back then, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could tell all of them, but
No, don't incriminate yourself at this point in time. But we all, a lot of boys went through those stages. I can understand. We all did. Yeah, I could tell some stories too. What about some of your good memories?
Honestly, we're both transfers. So he transferred from North Bay Haven and I transferred from Arnold.
Yes.
So neither of us really started at Mosley, but I think all of our memories are with our Mosley people. I
Isn't
think
that cool?
we love them.
And what a great background too, because you've been in different places and they sort of just merge together and have a bond. And that'd be a lifelong bond y'all will have. If you had to go do something this weekend, now you're finishing up duck hunting,
right?
And you're busy. By the way, you're the president of Outdoor Ed.
Yes.
How do you like that?
It's fun. I love Coach Stanford. I think he's great. He's a great teacher.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's a fun class.
And y'all are just finishing up boater safety.
Yes,
But y'all had your boater safety. You had your license before.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So, but it's cool to see other kids who don't know anything about it, and here they are.
They learn
They're learning it. Yeah, that's cool. We mentioned about your grandmother lives in Mississippi.
Right.
And I know your dad grew up there. It was so interesting. She was here for Hurricane Michael.
That's right.
Okay?
She wrote it out with us.
And yeah, she wrote it out. Then she went back home to Rolling Fork, Mississippi, and
That's right.
remember that E5 or whatever, 4 or 5 category tornado that hit Rolling Fork. She was in that one. Mm-hmm. And y'all just moved her back into her home?
That's right. She survived 2 of those storms. She's like, I've had enough for a lifetime.
What's the chance of that? Just one of them in a lifetime, but man, 2 of them.
Right.
And so you get to go out and visit in Mississippi some.
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's fun too, isn't it?
It is. We go up there, go duck hunting, deer hunting, get to visit the family, but yep, it's great.
What about if you had this weekend, if you do anything in outdoors, what would you do, Ava?
Like anything in the world?
Anything in the world. Let's make it big. Anything in the world.
I would probably want to go to my Aunt Clara's and Uncle Clem's in Alabama and hunt with my dad.
How about that? What part of Alabama are they in?
Phoenix City.
Yeah.
And my Uncle Clem was my dad's biggest role model when he was growing up. Taught him everything he knows. Gave him all of his little fishing spots, every one, and he learned everything from him. And then he built from his bare hands a cabin in Alabama.
No kidding.
Just all by himself.
That was a true outdoorsman.
Yes.
The real deal.
Yes, he is very redneck. I love him.
I love it. Okay, let's take a final break. We'll be right back with our guest. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us as always by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at our time 10:10 to 12:10, middle of the day tonight, 10:36 to 12:36. So let's talk about some future plans with our guests here, some things y'all want to go into. So Webster, what about you? What are some things you want to do?
I think I want to go to college at Troy.
Okay.
And, I think I want to major in accounting there and then go into law school ultimately. So I haven't decided what kind of law I want to do, but something in the field of law for sure.
Okay, so Brad and Nancy, y'all go and start saving up that money.
Right.
That's a lot of guys.
That's it.
Okay, Ava, what about you? What's your plans?
I am looking into southern Mississippi, and when you told me about your parents, I was like, that's interesting.
Right.
I might ask your mom about it. But I want to go to go to southern Mississippi and get my social work degree, and then maybe get like a little minor or something in law, because if I have if I need a little extra money, I'll do law.
Oh, cool. And you just like helping people.
Yep.
You were telling me that during the break, and doing things like your mom's job, just to go help.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Yes, my mom does great things.
In your classes, I know right now, like I say, you finish up boater safety, now you're going into cast netting.
That's right.
Okay. So, as later on, when you go to college and all, do y'all think I'll still be doing outdoor stuff?
Probably.
Absolutely.
That's a leading question, but
Yes.
you can see it's planted in them. And if you were going to take a friend, have y'all take friends outdoors and all? Have y'all done that?
All the time.
So tell us some of those stories. I know that's got to be fun. If they don't know anything about it, then you take them. Because I did it when you were age. I took a buddy with me.
Right.
So what about it?
Oh gosh, this past turkey season, I was hunting with a buddy, and we had got set up on this tree, and it was a real foggy morning. We knew where the turkeys were roosted. We didn't know where they'd fly down at though.
Yeah.
And I had my back to this oak tree, and my buddy Cade Fowler had his back on the other side of the oak tree, and they pitched down right in front of him. I'm talking 10 yards, and he didn't have a shotgun.
No way.
And by the time I could get up around the tree and try to shoot, they were gone. But that was a funny story. They were right up on him when they landed.
That's what you never know what's going to happen outdoors.
That's right.
Do you have some funny stories taking you?
I have one, and it was I remember one day my dad had brought one of his friends and I had brought one of mine, and my friend had never gone fishing in her entire life. And I like to take people, because not everybody gets the full experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my dad brought his friend, and that morning he was out in the woods fixing his deer feeder, and I guess he turned it on and walked under it and just got pelted by corn. And then later on we took him fishing, and then I guess one of the weights came loose from the rod sitting in the rod holder and came back and hit him right in the head. And he was just not having a good day. We had to take him all the way home. That was bad.
That's some good stories too. Okay, what about in your getting about outdoor classes? We're getting a new outdoor education classroom built, so y'all gonna get to be a part of that. Is that exciting for y'all?
Yeah.
Special. Now about the outdoor ed T-shirts, have y'all got those ordered yet?
Yes.
You do?
I think that's the case. I would have to double check on that.
Spoken like a true president. I think that's the case.
Well, Coach Stamford's all over the place.
I know. The rest of your senior year, what are some things y'all want to do your senior year? You're just starting, really, only been a few weeks. So what are some things y'all want to do your senior year?
This year, I do track. I throw javelin. And so the past 2 years, I've made it to state. And this year, I want to try to win state. So
that's awesome. I watched your development, and you sort of learn how to do it yourself, basically.
Yes, sir.
And the javelin throw, they brought it back. When I used to coach track, it was outlawed, but I got all kind of javelin throws.
Right.
But anyway, it's something you just taught yourself, and I watched you. I went and watched him a couple times last year. He threw it well. He went all the way to state.
I appreciate it. That's it.
Okay, we'll keep everybody posted on this year. What are some senior things you want to do?
Well, I used to play volleyball. I stopped. I played volleyball for 6 years, but I'm very involved in student government, so I like being like a part of my school. I'm very proud of it. I love it. It's the best place ever to me. Like, I would rather spend all my time there.
That's the way you want to feel about school. It really is. That's cool. And this is homecoming week at Mosley, so the homecoming parade will be Friday.
That's right.
And I'll be up there in it, and I know that's important to y'all that get to see me in a parade.
Yeah.
But, and then the parade will end, but then at night it'll be the ball game, and then you have all the contestants and all that. So this is an exciting week too, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are some things y'all can do to conserve the outdoors in your future? What are some things?
In the past, I had a little operation with my brother where we would make these monofilament recycling bins, and we put them at places like the marina, boat launches, anything like that. And basically what it is you take your monofilament that you'd otherwise throw away or might end up in the water, and you put them in these bins, and they get recycled instead of ending up back in the bay or wherever.
That's awesome.
So, yes, sir.
What an awesome project.
That's smart,
What an awesome project. What's some things?
I'm trying to think. I'm big on that, like people throwing stuff in the water. I've always been like a go-getter, like when like I would see like Publix bags. You know when people bring like Publix sandwiches to like the island or something, and then they just float off. My dad used to make me swim after them, like swim after them.
That is good. Little things like that.
Right.
So now that you're conditioned to do that,
Yeah.
and you're going, how in the world they throw that into the water? What are they thinking?
Yeah.
I always say that too. And I'm like y'all too. Just pick up all kind of trash and just walking along, and yet they keep throwing it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you camped a lot growing up. Y'all did a lot of camping.
A lot of camping.
Y'all gonna do any kind of camping anytime soon, later on?
Ooh, maybe pretty soon we might be going up to Mississippi and camping in the woods out there. So.
On the hunting trip and all.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna have to start wrapping things up. Any last minute, any shout outs I want to give anybody, or what about? I know you're gonna have kinfolks out in Mississippi watching this show, probably some of your cousins. So,
Right. Shout out to the Tillman family, Mississippi.
Mississippi. What
That's
about all your folks in Alabama and all?
Yeah, shout out to my Aunt Claire and Uncle Clem. Thanks for being such role models for me and my father.
That's great. That's great. Y'all did an awesome job. Now you get to go to school.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yay.
All right. All right. Thank y'all so much. Great
Yes, sir.
job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all watching Panhandle Outdoors, folks. Support young people like this and programs they do. Do something good today for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.